So this is a quick behind the scenes video, a little less polished than my normal stuff, but I've done a lot of unboxings over the past year on the channel with this setup, and I want to briefly show you how to make your own budget unboxing station before I tear mine down, because I don't think I'm going to be using it a whole heck of a lot anymore. So if I step back here, you can see how it works, and the concept is fairly simple. So I have a table, which currently has a sit-stand desk on it, but that's obviously not required. And this is the angle that you all see whenever I do a lot of my unboxings or over-the-top shots. You see from this camera down onto the table. And it's fairly straightforward, but I have found the easiest and the cheapest way to actually set this up effectively is to use a green screen stand. This is a backdrop stand, a green screen stand from Amazon. I believe it's a newer brand. There's a bunch of generic brands of it, but it costs only like $20 or $30 at most. And I mean, it's not the most stable thing in the world, even with just a little bit of weight. It's kind of wobbly here. It's hard to get even, but for the purpose of just holding a camera and not bumping into it, it is fairly straightforward. And then I have these clamps. These are from a company called Small Rig, and they just clamp onto the pole with this, and then you have an adjustment lever which allows you to change the position, angle, and all that. And then it has a little 1/4 cap on it to attach your camera, lights, whatever. So I have two, I believe they're newer 160 LED panels. Got little rechargeable batteries in them, or you can run power if you need to. It's a little complicated to run the wires though. That battery's dead and needs recharged, but just taped a little bit of diffusion material onto the light and used the diffusion panel as well. And then it shines down. The camera here is mounted on the same clamp. I did give it a Arca Swiss plate, but you don't necessarily need to do that because you can just screw it onto the 1/4 and then aim it down at the table. And you can either use your camera's zoom lens and autofocus or manual focus or whatever to get the right height, or you can adjust the stand. This is of course meant to go for a variety of heights, and you can just see, obviously you shouldn't do that one-handed, but you can get different angles and different heights set up to then do some unboxings. And like I said, this is just a super cheap backdrop stand, and then you can hang other things on it if you need to for videos. You can hang a sheet for like notes if you need notes while you're recording the video. I had one video, a super unboxing I did, where I actually had my phone mounted right here as a alternate camera angle. You can do all sorts of stuff with it for super cheap, and that's the easiest way I've found to really get the camera just up above the table. In my previous setup I used a mic stand, but that was not recommended by any stretch, and this I have found to be the easiest without just building something yourself out of like wood or something like that. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, how I have it set up. Like I said, I'm going to be tearing it down for now. I need the space, but some of you all have asked how I did it, and this is how.
EposVox is a Patreon-supported production. Our videos would simply not be possible without the support and generosity of our patrons, whom you can see on screen now. If you'd like to join the inner circle and get early access to videos, among other benefits, go to patreon.com/EposVox to learn more.